see here. Damn, my bad, dog. It's pretty freaking low. I've done some bodybuilders, and this is pretty freaking low. I gotta stay away. Damn, my bad. Damn, that was shitty.
All right, guys. So I wasn't gonna do a video on Antonio Brown rage quitting in the middle of the Tampa Bay Jets game because it's not really overtly political. However, I guess there is some cultural things we can talk about, just some life things in general, specifically in regards to mental health and being an attention whore, which I think both of these things kind of have something to do with what's going on with Antonio Brown. But if you haven't actually seen the video of Antonio Brown rage quitting in the middle of the game, I'm going to go ahead and show you. But again, just for context, apparently Antonio Brown got in an argument on the sidelines with his teammates. And then for whatever reason, dude just decides to take off his uniform and just walk out and just leave and quit. But allegedly, they're also saying that Antonio Brown was mad at coaches because they tried to make him play injury. They're saying that Antonio Brown was saying he was too hurt to go back into the game, and the coaches was like, nah, bro, you got to get in there and play. And he was like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm not playing. And then he left, allegedly. Here's a video of that happening, and then here's also a video of Antonio Brown basically catching an Uber ride back home, right, I guess to the airport afterwards, because he got cut after he pulled that stunt, unsurprisingly. Take a look.
Go viral out here is nothing short but viral. Hey, Bizzle, talk to him, Cheech. Come on, baby.
Man, listen, this is gonna make my Netflix.
You know what time it is.
Yeah, so this guy obviously is a head case, right? He is a head case. It's honestly not even funny, right? I shouldn't even laugh at it because I actually do have some very, very serious thoughts about Antonio Brown and his apparent mental health issues, some of which I'm not blaming all on mental health because I think that's a cop-out for just bad behavior, people who are just bad people. And honestly, I think Antonio Brown is just a bad person, and I'm going to tell you why. And I think that has more to do with it than just mental health. A lot of people think that, the dude is suffering from CTE, which he could, right, after he got that hit from Vontaze Burfict that basically, I think it concussed him, okay, for sure. I'm pretty sure he got carted out of the game after that infamous hit. But I think that Antonio Brown is just a bad person. I'm going to tell you why in a little bit. But let's read about all the money that Antonio Brown is losing here because of this meltdown. As, again, he got cut right after the game. Bruce Arians wasn't playing around. He was just like, no, you're done. Now, some people are criticizing Bruce Arians because Antonio Brown earlier this year faked a vaccination card, right? In the NFL, they have kind of a vaccine mandate, or if you're not vaccinated, then you have to go through these extra protocols. Allegedly, Antonio Brown had a fake card, and that led to him being suspended. Now, until then, Antonio Brown was on pretty good behavior, right? He was a contributor to the Bucs last year. He helped them win the Super Bowl. He was worth the money, right? He was worth the headache, right? Because he was a lack of headache until this year, because he's an attention whore. He exploded, right? And he really is just a ticking time bomb. And I think everybody in the league kind of knew that. Tom Brady was the one that kind of was on his side, vouching for him, trying to really, really, really keep him in check. But even somebody like Tom Brady couldn't keep Antonio Brown in check. He could only do it for so long. And, Tom Brady in my opinion, is one of the greatest. And I think one of the reasons why he's one of the greatest is because he's able to keep athletes like Antonio Brown, like Randy Moss, those type of athletes. They come with some extra personality that teams don't necessarily want. He's able to keep them in check, at the very least long enough for them to be productive on the field and to help him win. Okay, I think that's part of the reason why he's so great is because of that. But obviously, Tom Brady can't even keep a guy like Antonio Brown in check for too much longer. But let's read here. Antonio Brown's meltdown during the Tampa Bay Buccaneers comeback win over the Jets on Sunday appeared to end up hitting him in the wallet the most. Not only did Buccaneers coach Bruce Arians tell reporters after the game that Brown is no longer a Buck, the star wide receiver who scored a touchdown in Super Bowl LV for the team missed out on several contract initiatives with his season ending early. Spot Track detailed what Brown needed to earn those contract initiatives. He signed a 1-year, $3.1 million guaranteed contract with the Tampa Bay in the offseason. So Antonio Brown needed 8 more catches to unlock $333,000 bonus. He also needed 55 receiving yards to unlock another $333,000 bonus. He also needed just 1 receiving touchdown to unlock another $333,000 bonus. And because of this outburst, essentially he is going to lose out on that, which is basically $1 million. Now, if you take taxes out of it, right, once Uncle Sam get their share, it's more like $600,000, right? Because they're going to take about 40 to 50% of that, okay? For those people who say that the rich don't pay their fair share, Antonio Brown he's losing out on $1 million, but he ain't really losing out on $1 million. It's more like $600,000 or $500,000. But regardless, that's still a lot of money to be losing out on. Still a lot of money to be losing out on. But with that being said, here are my thoughts on this. It really is a shame that you see athletes, these players who play a child's game, right? It's a gladiator game, right? Football, but it's still a children's game, in my opinion, to a certain extent, right? It's a game, okay? It's a shame to see how ungrateful some of these athletes are, okay? In a world where you have people who work real jobs, okay, who are farmers, who do manual labor, construction, plumbing, police officers, firefighters, the guys that really, really, really make our society run, that actually serve real important duties, they're vastly underpaid. They're underappreciated and they're overworked. Okay? They can't quit because they don't make enough money just to say, I'm going to quit. They got to feed their families and their kids. Also, on top of that, if they just quit, then society doesn't function, right? So those guys don't have a choice to quit. But I think that those guys are being treated way worse, right, on a daily basis than how Antonio Brown claims he's being treated. Antonio Brown's idea of being mistreated is, well, I'm not getting the ball thrown to me enough, okay? I'm not getting enough attention. That's his idea of being mistreated. And again, it really just shows you the difference in mentality between some of these guys that's in the NFL that's making millions of dollars that want to complain, right, about their situation versus these guys that are actually doing real jobs that they can't really complain. They can't just quit, right? They're not getting paid millions of dollars, even though they should be getting paid a whole lot more money for the things they do. Again, it's just a shame when you see somebody that is so blessed to be in a situation like that. Just throw it all away. Throw it all away. Now, some of you guys are probably wondering, why would he throw all of that away, right? Why would he throw away millions of dollars, okay, in a stunt like that? Well, let me explain. Because some people are saying, well, it's a mental health thing, right? He's obviously mentally unstable, and I'm not saying he's not. He does have some of that. But I think some of that is just a cop-out for people who are just actually bad people, right? There are just people in this world that are actually bad people, and people got to accept that. And I think Antonio Brown is one of those people. Because after the game, he posted a picture on Instagram in which he told us why he left the game, right? He said that he left the game because he's a quote-unquote super gremlin, right? Now, a super gremlin refers to a song by Kodak Black, who is also somebody that people could argue has some mental issues, right? Kodak Black is a rapper from Florida. I'm pretty sure Kodak Black and Antonio Brown probably hang out, right? They're probably two peas in a pod in regards to craziness. And it also should be noted that Antonio Brown dropped his own rap song after he left the game as well. So it seems like some of this may have been pre-planned, right? Because it seems like he wants to be a rapper. But a gremlin is a mythical creature that holds a reputation for being super mischievous, right? That's what a gremlin is. So this man says he wants to be a super gremlin, right? Which means he probably wants to be super, super mischievous, right? He wants to be a creature that is known for being super mischievous. That's what Antonio Brown wants to be. That's what he's telling us. So Antonio Brown is basically telling you flat out, I did this because I want attention, right? I did this because I want to be known for being a head case. I want to be known for doing crazy stuff. I want to be known for being mischievous, right? That's what he's saying. That's exactly what he's saying. So again, when people are talking about, well, you know, he must be mentally unstable and blah, 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 I'm not saying he's not. But I think a part of it really is just the dude is just a bad person. He wants to always be in the spotlight, right? And he wants to be in the spotlight for bad behavior. He likes that. That is what makes him tick. That is what makes him go. And I think that, again, he was a ticking time bomb the whole time because he was on pretty good behavior up until the whole fake vaccine card. But it was only so long that he could just not be in the spotlight. Because even though he helped the Bucs win last year, he wasn't really in the spotlight like that. But people like him have to always be in the spotlight for doing crazy stuff, right? Kodak Black is the same way. He's always in the spotlight for doing crazy stuff. He threw $100,000 into the ocean, right? $100,000 into the ocean. Money that he could have donated, right? He could have gave to somebody else. No, I'm just going to throw it in the ocean. Why is he doing that? For attention. For attention. This is why they do it. But, you know, in regards to the whole mental health thing, I do think that Antonio Brown has problems. And I think that his problems could be made worse by him playing football, right? So it's probably better for him to stop playing football and taking those hits. But he is somebody that I think needs serious, serious help. Even though I think he's a bad person, he still needs help because he's the type of person that, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road from now, we might hear about him committing an act of violence against himself or against somebody else. Because that, to me, is where it's headed if somebody like Antonio Brown continues to just be allowed to just do whatever, right? Because obviously the dude doesn't care about money. He doesn't care about feeding his family. Because if he cared about that, he would have stayed on the field. All he cares about is himself. And he obviously has some issues that causes him to act out in a way that is harmful not only to, again, himself, but also to others around him. I mean, the dude has been accused of domestic assault, okay? He's been accused of all types of stuff. And in my opinion, that behavior is going to continue and it's going to get worse if he's not on the football field because, again, he's an attention seeker. So he's going to continue to do things in order to seek attention. Here's the thing, man. Like I said, I don't feel bad for the guy, right? Because I think he's a bad person. But I do think he does need serious, serious, serious help. And I do feel bad for his family members, his kids, and those around him. And the reason why is because I think that he's probably a serious threat to his loved ones the most, to be quite honest with you. And it's just a damn shame, in my opinion, that you have people like this in the NFL that are making millions of dollars, that are getting paid a king's ransom to play a child game, while you have men out there who are actually working real jobs who do not have that option, that can't do that, right? He's the one getting paid, even though he don't really deserve it, but these other men out here that actually are working hard to feed their families, they don't have the same opportunities he does. And this dude just gets up and quits, right? Walks out on all of it because he wants to be a super gremlin. So yeah, that's why I think this situation is really the most shameful, is the fact that this guy is ungrateful, right? He can walk out on $1 million while you have real men out there that work real jobs that can't do that. I think that's why I kind of feel the worst over this, right? So it is what it is. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.